How Stoics mastered the art of saying no. We live in a world that constantly asks for more of us. Say yes to more work. Say yes to more obligations. Say yes to people, to opportunities, to distractions, even when deep inside you want to say no. And what happens? We feel exhausted. We lose ourselves. We say yes to everyone else's demands, and in the process we forget our own purpose, our own peace. But the Stoics, the ancient philosophers of resilience, wisdom, and clarity, understood the power of a simple word: no. To them, saying no wasn't an act of selfishness. It wasn't cruelty. It was strength. It was wisdom. It was freedom. In this video, we'll explore how the Stoics mastered the art of saying no, and how you too can reclaim your time, your energy, and your life through this ancient practice. Why we struggle to say no. Let's be honest. We struggle to say no because we fear disappointing others. We crave approval. We want to be liked, accepted, included. But the Stoics warned us, a life lived to please others is no life at all. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In other words, if you want to grow, you must be willing to let go of what others think. You must have the courage to say no, even when it makes you unpopular. Because every yes you give to the wrong thing is a no to the right thing. And the Stoics lived their lives with one purpose in mind: virtue. Anything that pulled them away from it, they refused. The Stoic principle of control. At the heart of Stoicism lies a simple principle. Some things are within your control. Others are not. Your choices, your actions, your character, these belong to you. Everything else, opinions, requests, demands, do not. When someone asks you for something, pause and ask, is this within my control? Does this align with my values? Does this serve the life I'm trying to live? If the answer is no, then your answer should also be no. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Saying no is not rejection. It is alignment. It is refusing to waste your life on what doesn't matter. Saying no to distractions. The Stoics lived in noisy times too. Politics, gossip, spectacle. And yet they understood the danger of distraction. Seneca once said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Think about that. Life isn't short, our attention is. Every time you say yes to endless scrolling, meaningless arguments, or trivial pursuits, you say no to wisdom, to growth, to presence. The Stoics guarded their attention like a treasure. They said no to distractions because they knew where attention goes, life follows. Saying no to vice and temptation. The Stoics also practiced saying no to the most dangerous enemy, themselves. Epictetus taught that freedom is not found in doing whatever you want. It's found in mastering your desires. To say no to greed, to anger, to envy, to lust. Because every time you indulge without restraint, you become a slave, not to someone else, but to your own passions. The art of saying no, then, is not just about rejecting others, it's about rejecting the parts of yourself that lead you away from virtue. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Saying no to toxic people. Not everyone in your life deserves a yes. Some people drain you. Some people manipulate, gossip, or feed your worst impulses. The Stoics were clear. Protect your character above all. Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. That means sometimes you must say no. No to invitations that drag you down. No to people who thrive on negativity. No to relationships that cost you your peace. This isn't cruelty, it's wisdom. Because by saying no to the wrong people, you create space for the right ones. Saying no to busyness. There's another trap we often fall into: busyness. We say yes to everything. More work, more tasks, more obligations, until our lives are so full, there's no room for what truly matters. The Stoics warned against this too. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we are given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it." Busyness is not productivity, it's distraction in disguise. The Stoics said no to unnecessary obligations, not because they were lazy, but because they valued their time. They knew that saying yes to everything is the fastest way to waste your one precious life. The courage to be misunderstood. Here's the hardest part of saying no. People won't always understand. They may call you selfish. They may think you're strange. They may even get angry. But the Stoics were not concerned with the opinions of the crowd. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." To say no is to risk being misunderstood. But to say yes when you don't mean it is to betray yourself. The Stoics chose the harder path, the path of integrity. And they left us an example. Your worth is not measured by how many people you please, but by how true you remain to your values. So, how do we apply this today? Here are practical Stoic-inspired ways to master the art of saying no. 1. Pause before answering. Don't rush. Ask, does this align with virtue, with my values, with my priorities? 2. Practice the negative visualization. Imagine the cost of saying yes. Will it steal your time, your peace, your energy? 3. Use simple, firm language. The Stoics valued clarity. You don't need excuses. Just say, "I cannot do this." 4. Remember your mortality. Marcus wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you." Life is short. Don't waste it on empty yeses. 5. Align with your purpose. Ask, will this bring me closer to wisdom, to courage, to justice, or self-control? If not, say no. The beauty of saying no. Saying no is not about rejection. It's about protection. It is protecting your time. It is protecting your energy. It is protecting your soul. When you say no, you make space for the yes that truly matters. Yes to wisdom. Yes to stillness. Yes to peace. Yes to the life the Stoics believed was worth living. The art of saying no is one of the greatest acts of freedom, because every no you give to what doesn't matter is a yes to what does. The Stoics lived by this truth. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily to act only in accordance with reason. Seneca warned against wasting time. Epictetus urged us to master our desires, not become slaves to them. Their lives teach us that no is not a wall. It is a doorway to wisdom, to virtue, to freedom. So the next time life demands more of you, pause, remember the Stoics, and with courage, with clarity, with strength, say no. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. Where in your life do you need to say no? Write it down, make it real. And remember, the power to live wisely begins with the power to choose. If you found value in this exploration of Stoic wisdom, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's continue learning how to live, not for the approval of others, but for the strength of our own souls.